Tra-la-la! Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Brockopp side. Today we got ourselves a review of the spooky tale of Captain Underpants Hack-o-Ween. Spooky, scary George and Harold. So, yeah, if you haven't noticed, 2019 has kind of given us quite the influx of Captain Underpants related content, with not only 2 seasons of the epic tales of Captain Underpants, but now we've got a Halloween special on Netflix just in time for the spooky season, which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I definitely have had to put on this Captain Underpants cape several more times than I anticipated this year, and of course, when I found out about 5 days ago there was going to be a Captain Underpants Halloween special coming out today, I was totally hyped for that because, you know what, seeing some Captain Underpants in the spooky time just seemed like a perfect combination of things, and well, I could definitely say that this little 44-minute Halloween special was a really good time, and I had a lot of fun with it. So basically, the premise of this Halloween special is that Melvin and Mr. Krupp get Halloween cancelled in Pequot, Ohio, so George and Harold have to improvise and they come up with a new holiday called Hack-o-Ween, which is basically like Halloween, but just different enough to not fall under the illegal category. And of course, naturally, some Captain Underpants shenanigans occur with little spooky sprinkles all over it, and yeah. It was just a really nice little treat to get this 44-minute Halloween episode of Captain Underpants, which is basically an extended version of a normal episode. But what I really like about it is it just kind of brought me back to my childhood with all these different animated shows I used to watch, like Rugrats and Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron, where they would have, you know, these Halloween specials where they're, you know, trying to have fun on Halloween night, but all this supernatural, scary stuff occurs. So it kind of brought me right back to those episodes, which I love to this day still. I watch them every year because I have them on DVD. So I think this is going to be a nice addition to the slate of animated Halloween specials I like to watch every year. So much like the episodes of the show itself, of course you got some fun Captain Underpants themed villains, not from the books because I'm pretty sure they can't due to legal reasons, but you got some cool ones in here like these made up monster characters that George and Harold make up, like this evil killer whale doctor character, which when he comes to life at the end of it for the final showdown, he looks suspiciously like Venom a little bit, which I thought was kind of cool. And towards the beginning of the special, George and Harold do what's probably the most relatable thing they've ever done, which is where it's only like the beginning of September, but they're camping out the strip mall for the Halloween stores to open up, and when it finally opens up, they get so excited going down the aisles and stuff, because that's totally me this time of year. I just wait every second of every day, like, okay, when are the Halloween stores gonna open up? I see people in the spirit Halloween. You gonna open the doors anytime soon? You know, we get one new character in the form of this guy that runs the big Halloween store in town. He's kind of like a creepy vampire-looking dude, but he's just some rich guy that owns the Halloween store and he loves the holiday. That was really fun. You get plenty of other recurring characters, including Clancy Brown as that janitor character, which was really cool, even though the part was really, really small, and he also didn't say boops at all. Clancy Brown didn't say boops. He forgot to bring the poops. And if I'm being completely honest, George and Harold's made-up Halloween alternative called Hack-o-Ween actually sounds pretty fun. So it's basically Halloween. Instead of wearing costumes, you wear disguises. And instead of going door to door for candy, you go for snack items like pigs in a blanket and little sausage links and, you know, nachos and things like that, which, quite honestly, that sounds amazing. I kinda want to celebrate Hack-o-Ween now, because if I just knocked on somebody's door in my Halloween costume, even though I'm 21 years old and way too big to be a child trick-or-treating, if I just got handed like a bunch of pizza rolls in my sack, that'd be the greatest thing ever. And now I'm just realizing that the whole concept of Hack-o-Ween is basically just the equivalent of going to Costco when they have all the free samples out. But you know what? I think I have my Halloween plans figured out, actually. And of course it is Captain Underpants after all, so you get all the puns and the potty humor as well as the fliporamas, which I think these fliporamas are actually some of the most creative they've had before. You know, they got these Halloween themed ones, which is really cool, like Captain Underpants going through this Halloween store, getting beaten up by all the Halloween store props and stuff. That was really cool, and probably some of my favorite fliporamas they've done since probably season 1, which I thought was really cool. And overall, I just had a lot of fun watching this little Halloween special with Captain Underpants and company, although I have to admit it does feel kind of like it wasn't intended to be a standalone Halloween special, because it feels more like they just took an extended episode of like season 3 and then just separated from the bunch so they could re-release it here in October so it could be its standalone thing so it doesn't just fall into the cracks of season 3's playlist and stuff, which, you know, that's definitely pretty prevalent, but it really doesn't bother me all that much because it was just still a fun time, and like I said, it just kind of brought me back to the days of, you know, watching the Nickelodeon and Fairly Odd Parents specials and stuff where they, you know, get all spooky in the neighborhood and stuff, so that was just really cool, brought me back to my childhood a little bit, which I really appreciate, even more than this show already does, you know, me being a big fan of the book since I was a kid, then, you know, the show came out, the movie, and all this good stuff, so this is just a show and a franchise I like to come back to, and I want to feel nice and sentimental, and this just added a whole new layer on top of that. So yeah, the spooky tale of Captain Underpants Hack-o-Ween is a good time. And so now that we have a Captain Underpants feature film, 3 seasons of an animated show, and a Halloween special, there are only 2 logical things they can do next besides season 4, is they gotta give us a sequel to the theatrical film from 2 years ago, or they gotta do a Christmas special now. I would be so down for a Captain Underpants Christmas special you don't even understand. So, those are my quick thoughts on the spooky tale of Captain Underpants Hack-o-Ween. But anyway, if you guys have seen the Halloween special, or if you've seen the show, or if you want to go sneaker snacking with me this Hack-o-Ween, type that down below, and we'll see you on the tra-la-la side.